I'm Cecilia, I live in Zurich and I love train travel, and I'm trying to visit all 1,720 public transport train stations in Switzerland. Back in April I went to one of the Slow Up cycling events. In that case it was around the Murtensee and it was really pretty. Good morning. I am about to leave and go to the train station as usual. It's one of the Slow Up days, so one of those cycling events that I love, and I am, as per usual, cutting it quite fine, should be alright though, and I'm listening to London Marathon coverage because it's London Marathon day and they just played the little music for the London Marathon and it's just the best. So, listening to that as I make my way to the station. Right, off we go. Made it onto the train, so I'm now on this one from Zurich to Bern for 56 minutes as usual, and then I'm changing in Bern to a train to Kerzers, which I've not been to before, and that's going to take 22 minutes. So from there it'll be a loop, which they always do on the Slow Up events. It's, I think, always either a loop or like a route that you can do an out and back on, and very much looking forward to it. The weather looks lovely, continuing to listen to the London Marathon, and yeah, quite glad that I didn't try and force another activity into today, because initially I was thinking, like, can I combine this with a hike? But then the weather where I was going to go hiking is rubbish today anyway, so that made the decision for me. So I can't be annoyed at myself for having made any decisions on that. I'm trying to fit in a certain amount of hiking before I go on holiday to New York with my sister. So fingers crossed that works out over the next few days. But for now, just gonna have my breakfast and sit back and probably switch back to iPlayer to watch the marathon coverage rather than just listen. Second train of the day, and I noticed the other part of the platform is actually where the train leaves to where my hike is at the moment. Kerzers, that's where I'm getting off later. Quite a lot of people are getting on with bikes, so I think I'm not the only one going in that direction for the Slow Up. And speaking of which, I need to quickly map out the route on my app as well. Ready to go. I think I need my sunglasses. It's really bright, really nice. I don't really know where the start is, not super obvious, but there were a whole lot of other people with bikes, so I'm sure I'm not in the wrong place. And what else did I need to do? Oh, little camera and the helmet, and I think that's it. The plan is to do 44-ish kilometers, which is not all the way that's closed. It is the full loop, but then there are basically two little arms to where you can either go here or go to Inns, which is the other town, but it looked like not all the way to the train station is closed over there, so I thought it would probably be nicer to do the rest of the little loop and then come back here later rather than going to Inns. So I think that's all. Getting going in a second. 5 kilometers in, and I am about to join the main loop, and there are a whole lot of bikes going past, which is really nice to watch. Nine kilometers in. This is the train station for Murten, and the lake is called the Murtensee. So this is like the main town, I suppose, that this route goes through. And it's been so lovely. This place is adorable. Like the whole area next to the lake, there are such like cute houses next to the on those streets. So super nice. And the first of these slow up events that I've done, where I'm actually hearing a fair bit of not German. So it's a lot of French, which makes sense because this is like leaning towards the French speaking area. This is one of those train stations that has a slash in it because it's both French and German speaking apparently. So gonna carry on, still listening to the London Marathon coverage. It's so great. So I'm having a lovely day. another quick water break at 20 kilometers in. So that's about halfway. 30 kilometers down, and it's 40 something, so like I think 44. So another 10 kilometer block, like in my head, and then a little bit further. So not that long to go. That behind me is the main route. It's the big loop that I just finished, and I'm 40 kilometers in. I'm about to head back to the train station that I arrived at, and there's one more train station on the way actually as well, which I didn't stop at earlier because of a very loud dog. So hopefully the dog has gone away, and I can tick that one off the list as well. Only another 5 kilometers to go now. Back on the train, I think it's the same route back as on the way out. Yeah, so from Kerzers to Bern only is going to take 26 minutes, and then Bern to Zurich is going to take longer than usual, an hour and 21 minutes. I'll still be back in Zurich by 7 p.m, which will be good because I do want to go hiking tomorrow, and I think I will want an early start. So I have some water, thankfully. I also probably have those ridiculous lines from the helmet cushions being essentially non-existent at this point, so I need to eventually get some new ones or something. It's really not that comfortable either at this point, so probably, need to do something. I have some nuts and an apple, so those are going to be my snacks, and I'm glad I finished that. It was, in total, I'm going to go by my Apple Watch on this one, 46.3 kilometers, and I'm super slow, so I did this in just over 4 hours and 1 minute, which for me is pretty good, so I'm quite pleased with that actually. on my last train of the day now. It's going to leave in a couple of minutes, and I got lucky because it was one of those interchanges where all you had to do was walk from one side of the platform to the other side of the platform. So super easy, despite the many small children on bikes or with bikes. And I think I'm going to watch Death in Paradise now because it's a decent amount of time to watch something. I was going to read, but honestly I don't have the energy. I'm pretty tired. Stumbling across a random documentary about Scott Jurek's attempt to break the Appalachian Trail speed record in 2021. So I was watching that for a little while and then I fell asleep. So I spent most of the journey napping. But honestly I feel better having done that, so that's good. Trains tend to be the only place where I really nap, because if I attempt to nap at home, most of the time I'll just wake up in the middle of the night or the following morning, so it's not really a nap. So it's beautiful, like gorgeous light, and it's very nice and comfortable temperature wise, so lovely evening. I am just going to stop at the supermarket for some almond flakes because I'm out, and then head home. Home. I am honestly exhausted, which is ridiculous because like yesterday was basically a rest day, so I don't know why I'm so tired. Anyway, I've put all of the stuff from my cycling bag in here, so I need to unpack. Probably need to check on laundry levels. Oh, I stuffed the almonds in my pocket, so yeah. Oh man, really tired. But I think the nap helped a lot, and I think once I've had a shower and stuff and have settled a little, it'll be fine. I'm hopefully gonna do some editing. It's only like, it's not even 8:30 now, so it's like pretty early, so there's even daylight for another hour or so. Finished my dinner, etc., and I'm about to go and get some sleep. Pretty tired, but I managed to complete my ESTA application, so that's one fairly useful thing done today. And then the next 4 days will be pretty intensive hiking if all goes well. Ideally, I would end up somewhere near Vevey before I leave on holiday, which will be on Friday. I'm on holiday before then as well, but like I'm in Zurich, so what I mean is like before I leave Zurich, I would like to get to Vevey in terms of like the hiking that I'm doing. Right, I'll see you next time.